Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So today we are reacting to a Hero Hei video, Hero Hei, however the fuck you'd say his name. And it's called Devs Pander to the Modern Audience and Regret It. So yeah, basically, yeah. Let's just play the video.
Know, Marvel Rivals has been killing it, and Overwatch 2 has been essentially doing the opposite, killing itself.
Overwatch 2 has been kind of dying.
Over on SteamDB, we can see Overwatch 2 with a 23% rating and 35k in-game as recording.
I have no desire to play Overwatch again.
79% rating and 150k in-game.
Murdering it.
Rivals is a game that I am thoroughly enjoying, but of course it does have its own problems. It's not a perfect game. Regardless, it's doing significantly better than Overwatch 2. And given Overwatch 2's own struggles on top of Rivals' massive
Marvel Rivals
success,
is pretty good.
It seems like Blizzard is getting increasingly desperate.
I know people got pissed when they got rid of
the modern audience types, and it looks like Blizzard is starting
the
to
American devs that worked on this game.
It's really interesting because with Overwatch 1, they did have some attractive characters in game, but the modern audience types they were trying to cater to ended up complaining about that. For example, all the way back in 2016, Blizzard had this victory pose going on with Rivals, but certain types of individuals.
Oh yeah, that used to be an emote in that game.
Saying it's problematic that she's overly sexualized.
Oh my god!
Really, I'm offended about everything sort of rhetoric.
I'm offended about everything because this video game character is hotter than me, or if it's a dude, I'm offended by this because I hope pretending that I'm offended will get me laid. I don't know, that's usually the case. Like, they tried to like, simp on some activist bitch and then hope that it gets them laid or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I say this because I knew someone like that. God, the weird people you meet in fucking VR chat. Like, I'm for real. Like there was someone who complained about shit like this, and then there was this one simp who claimed he wasn't her simp, but he followed her around constantly, and then he'd agree with whatever she said, and she'd complain about shit like this, and then he just agreed in hopes he got laid, and then when it never happened. Also, it's in VR chat, bro. When she never... He got all mad, and then he, like, I forgot what the fuck happened to him, or I think he started to, like, get crazy or something when she turned him down. I don't know. And meanwhile, I'm just sitting here going, bro, it's VR chat, shut the fuck up. Calm down. It's not real. Anyway.
And so ultimately, Blizzard decided to capitulate to those people and remove that victory pose. We'll talk more about how Blizzard is starting to regret having catered to those sort of people for years. Before we do,
I mean, Blizzard kind of sucks now.
Characters that I think you guys will appreciate. Big thanks to Girls Frontline 2 Exilium for sponsoring this.
Hey, I played this game. It's actually a decent game
for both PC and mobile. In game, you'll collect various units called dolls to deploy in.
It's a sequel to the original Girls Frontline game
that you can pair with them and freely customize with various attachments. There's also an affinity system where you can present gifts to your favorite dolls, leading to exclusive rewards.
By the way, they're all robots.
Weapon skins and attachment skins.
Or something like that.
And favorite dormitory, which allows players to thoroughly appreciate their dolls as they relax in different activities while off duty. And over at the refitting room, you'll also be able to select different outfits for your dolls and even unlock various idle animations as you level them up. You're even able to enjoy your arsenal of weapons.
I might hop back into this game. I played it a little bit when it came out for PC, and I got like the banner character.
And this is a perfect time to play because
she was a sniper that was on the banner when it came out on PC.
A banner featuring increased drop rates for Clukai and Macchiato, and outfits for them, as well as their respective elite weapons, Skyla and Bittersweet.
I didn't get her sniper rifle though. I mean, I'm a free-to-play
Participate to claim targeted access permission times 30, access permission times 10, and Clukai's new outfit Speedstar for free. There's also the brand new game.
Damn!
Push.
Y'all see that?
Dolls to explore the contamination zones and obtain development materials. So definitely consider checking out Girls Frontline 2 Exilium with the link.
I recommend that game. It's anime waifu XCOM if you're interested in that.
To pander more and more to the modern audience types. And Overwatch went from a game where those types were complaining about sexualized characters to a game where
I actually hate the Overwatch fan base.
2022. On the Blizzard forums, this post, for example, reading, is Overwatch the only game with
like, even when it was Overwatch 1, I hated Overwatch, the Overwatch fan base.
But it's quite interesting thinking about why we have such a great and large LGBTQ community. And now, fast forwarding to May 30th, 2023, after the release of Overwatch 2, and the first Pride Month occurring after Overwatch 2's release. Blizzard made this official post that reads, "Celebrate Pride in Overwatch 2," bragging about their inclusivity for Overwatch 2, or what you could really just call rainbow capitalism. For example, they wrote, "Beginning on June 1st, everybody that logs into Overwatch 2 will receive an extensive collection of profile player icons and name cards, celebrating the many diverse identities that make up the tapestry of this fantastic community. The full list of cosmetics."
So I should not log in if I ever decide to go back to Overwatch, right? Is what you're saying.
Our LGBTQ plus heroes. You'll find a lesbian card for Tracer, a gay card for Soldier 76, a pansexual card for Lifeweaver, as well as a bisexual card for Baptist and a lesbian card for Farah. For years, players have speculated on the sexual orientations of Baptist and Farah, and we are thrilled to not only include them in these Pride cosmetics, but also publish a brand new short story focusing on their identities, each other, and themselves. And once again, fast forwarding, that takes us to just about a week ago when we saw headlines going around.
I don't feel like
launching another collab
talking about that.
For example, Pirate Nation captioning the news saying, "Overwatch 2 is getting its Korean devs to..."
Fuck it, I'll just say it. Okay, so they'll instead of giving like a focus, like adding story stuff to Overwatch, they don't do that, but they'll make like stories for that shit so they can pander and hope someone will be dumb enough to not see they're clearly pandering and give them money or something. I don't know. I mean, come on, we all know Overwatch changed. They like to change their lore to make it so they can pander or something. I don't know.
Obviously,
what even is the lore to Overwatch anymore?
Response from Madam Savvy saying, "Let me help you out, Overwatch. You can get all the Asians."
Wasn't there like a half-assed campaign?
That isn't going to help. You took away fun and focused on all the wrong things.
Yeah.
You retconned a lore to pander, and you censored the ever-living heck out of your game. Adding back loot boxes, undoing every change, and doing nostalgia mode isn't going to save you. You burnt your goodwill. It's gone. No one new picks up your game, and everyone is leaving. It's called moving on from that bad X. You have people who hate gamers working there. You have to make everything safe. It doesn't work like this. You can't just add something sexy and think that'll save you. Now if someone comes out and says, "We were wrong to pander, here's transparency on what happened," that would work. But you'll never do that. The pride of your ideology won't let you. The pride of your activist staff won't let you. And I will never go back to Overwatch. But
yeah, I just gotta say also, can we have video game devs and not political activists on the dev team? Can we please just focus on making a good game and none of that activism bullshit that no one wants? Just saying.
Here's where things get really interesting, because certain Overwatch 2 fans are attempting to defend Blizzard here. Their argument is essentially that Blizzard has actually collabed with Les Seraphim before being specifically back in October 2023, in other words, before Marvel Rivals was even released. And so they're saying that Blizzard isn't concerned about Rivals, and this whole collab has nothing to do with Rivals at all. But when you actually take a look at the previous collab with Les Seraphim and compare it to the new collab, there's some huge differences with the collabs. For example, the new one does seem to show the characters in a much more attractive light, while the first one did have that sort of safe feel that Madam Savvy was talking about, and if anything even looks a bit awkward at times. I'll show you specifically what I mean. And by the way, for those that don't know, Les Seraphim is a South Korean music group. So in
K-pop
2023, we can see part of the animation here.
Wait,
I'm not going to play
I remember this.
Take note of the outfits and take note of some of the things that the girls are doing. For example...
Okay, I hate that I know this, but I used to play League. Basically, they're trying to copy League of Legends with KDA. Also, and with that, they've done this before, and yeah, basically they're just trying to make their own KDA from like League of Legends, which was basically the in-game's lore is that a few of the characters in League of Legends became a K-pop band for some reason. And yeah, Overwatch tried to do the same thing. Except now this second collab with them, they're trying to make them all hot and shit because Marvel Rivals has hot chicks in it. That is all.
Like, this just seems awkward. Maybe maybe you
And it looks
agree or disagree,
fucking
but
weird.
This is just like, I don't know, it just looks weird and awkward to me.
It does.
But okay,
It does.
those are some examples of the first collab from 2023 as mentioned. But now we'll take a look at the brand new collab, and you can instantly see, first off, they have like this style they're going with that's supposed to be like more of an anime theme style. And it's very interesting how the characters are dressed in more revealing ways this time than they were in the first collab. And given all that's been going on with Overwatch 2,
I don't even know who half
this
these
really
characters
doesn't seem like
are.
a coincidence. Yeah, in my opinion, at least, it's a pretty stark difference.
I don't
The
know. I
first
haven't
one has
played
this, like, safe westernized
Overwatch
feel,
in a
and now
while.
Blizzard is pretty clearly trying to change all that in the second collab. Hopping back over to Madam Savvy's post.
Like, they're trying to change. It's like they're trying to go back to the players. Please come back. I can change. I can change. Please give me another chance. I'm just remembering the that one comedy show where that chick online said it's like an X or something. Basically, Blizzard's all, we can change. Just give us a second chance.
Check out some of the comments and see what some
with how they're trying to change
this.
this,
We saw
like,
an Overwatch defender.
with that.
Here are some other comments though. Eldritch Bogart saying the game died when they stopped producing good cinematics. It was the community to let us know that they thought they were able to coast on player goodwill and change the game any way they please, and the players would still support it. Steven saying, and this is why I love competition. Free markets mean the consumer wins.
Yeah.
Darth Vader saying, I used to love playing Overwatch back in the day. I had
OG Overwatch was good.
Mark XZ saying, still remember they add DI stats to every character and every.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Marginalized in one way. It is stupid.
They
Aaron
created
Dark
an app
saying
for
they literally
that.
have to contract good designs out to another continent because there's probably no one in their office who's physically and psychologically capable of drawing them if asked to, and they'd get months of tantrums and malicious complaints. Brimstone saying, they also flat out lied to players. The PvE feature was scrapped and was a big part of the game going forward. It was just scrapped. And the last one we'll take a look at is this one from LC that reads, as someone who sunk hours and hours into Overwatch and even spent a good amount of time on Overwatch 2, I agree. I won't be going back. So let me know what you think. Do you think Blizzard can possibly recover goodwill? Of course, they might be concerned if they start like undoing some of the stuff they've been doing for years that they might upset the modern audience types that are still left. Sounds like they've got themselves in quite a mess. But yeah, let me know what you think about that, if you think Blizzard can fix all this somehow or not. As always, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed my coverage, please consider liking and or subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.
I almost forgot that the whole point of Overwatch 2 was, oh hey, yeah, Overwatch 2 is gonna have an actual campaign mode, an actual story, and then they fucked it up. Like, they started getting rid of, well, yeah, so when they were making the campaign, didn't they like get rid of the main dev? Like, they got rid of a bunch of the devs, and the campaign that they shat out ended up being like a piece of shit, and then they even cut they cut a bunch of the features out of the game that was going to be there. But yeah, oof. Did we really need an Overwatch 2? They could have just made that a DLC, and then they made the game like shittier. I don't know, it's the same game, it's just they added DLC and lowered the player count. Well, didn't they add the classic mode back? Which didn't really help because no one really gave a shit. I don't know. I could rant on about Overwatch. I did used to play it, like, I think I even recorded a video on the channel, and even then, during that whole video, I was kind of bored. I wanted a different game, it's just at the time Marvel Rivals wasn't around. I think. I mean, it's not like my computer could run it. I play it on console. But anyway. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I just remembered also they tried to bring back loot boxes because people hated the Battle Pass. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, the reaction. Be sure to check out Hero Hei. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.